Welcome to Sparklebritts, where we put misconduct on display, explore police and legal content, protect rights, and demand accountability.
A seemingly normal scene in front of the police station suddenly turned into a breathtaking battle of wits. Just because he was holding a camera, the man was constantly surrounded by the police, questioned with all sorts of reasons that changed rapidly, from curiosity, spying, to security. The police were both friendly and vigilant, constantly asking for his identity but did not dare to confirm whether he was being detained or not. The cameraman maintained his stance, sharply retorting, "I did not commit any crime, why do I have to declare it?" The atmosphere was as tense as a bowstring. The boundary between legal rights and suspicion was pushed to the climax. A seemingly small encounter revealed a series of contradictions, making viewers unable to take their eyes off. Is this a misunderstanding, or is there something else hidden behind it?
Yeah, okay, sure, go on then.
So my colleague's going to chat with you now.
Go on then.
While you were filming the police station, while I was talking into the camera, okay?
Okay,
just
sure.
wondering why you were out there just talking to your camera. Were you talking to some friends or?
No, I was recording a video, but I was at the wrong police station.
Right, so why were you recording a video?
Just matters of public interest. Have you literally just followed me here?
No, I just walked around.
You know you could have just spoken to me over there. I would have told you like what I was doing.
This is what my colleague's
Yeah, just talk to me.
Okay, sure.
So, my
keep the
colleague has
distance.
spotted you out there.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
Wondering what was the reason for the filming?
Just filming the comings and goings of a police station.
Yeah, but do you see why that could be mistaken as quite odd?
Not really.
Were you filming?
I was in a public space. I'm filming it. I can film anything I can see from public.
Right.
Can we agree on that?
Well,
All right. Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
At the moment, I just want to check.
Am I being detained or not?
Have you got something
Am I
on
being
you?
detained or not?
Have you got something on you?
I'm not
that
giving
you've
you
got?
my ID. I haven't committed a crime. Am I being detained or
No,
not?
but it's suspicious.
All right, I'm going then.
In this current climate,
Okay. What current climate's that?
really? And then filming...
What current climate's
and
that?
then-
I want you to explain your
and then
reasons as to why you find it.
filming inside a police station as well.
Just
It's
a
just
bit
not normal behaviour, is it? Do you
Okay,
think it's normal
well,
to film inside a police station?
We have differences onto what is normal, what's not normal.
Okay, let's just say how many other people have done what you've done that you've seen before.
And can you not surround me, please? Come on, guys.
Surrounding us?
Yeah, there's no need for that. I don't know why you keep like shifting from foot to foot. I'm not going anywhere.
No one's surrounding you.
But you're happy that I'm not, hostile reconnaissance or any other coercive terms.
And we'll watch you, and then we'll see where we go from there, depending on what you do. But you're right. It's a free country. You can video wherever you want.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, we've already got a bit of company. You right, mate? So you're just giving me some funny looks. Oh, okay, no worries.
You're hanging around here?
I'm just making a video, sir.
What of?
It's a police station. So who are you?
I'm just curious, mate.
Well, you're just a random guy, like, in clothes. You're asking questions, like, I don't know who you are.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What are you up to?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. What are you up to, mate?
You guys do that all the time, though, don't you?
We do.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
What are you up to, mate?
I'm just filming.
Okay.
Anything I can see from public.
Anything to see public?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
ask why?
Just matters of public interest.
Yeah?
Yeah. To film.
Do you understand our concerns with you filming a police station in this current climate?
What are the concerns?
Well, people wanting to harm police officers for starters.
Okay, I'm not one of those.
You're not one of those?
No.
Okay. Can I ask what you're doing this about? What is it for?
Matters of public interest. People are interested in the comings and goings of a police station. How their tax money is being spent, upkeep of the building. I see
Okay.
this has been refurbished, so it's
It has,
actually
yeah, we've just
it
moved
looks
in.
it looks nice
Looks
actually.
good, yeah.
So yeah, that and like I said, tax money's been spent, interaction with police. Are we happy? Are we done? I can continue.
I'm not really, mate. No, you're filming a police station. I'm a little bit cautious about
Okay.
what you're doing.
Well, I've explained why I'm filming.
Yeah? Okay.
Got any ID on you, sir? You have pictures of your ID? So we know who you are? Just a bit concerning you're standing outside the police station.
Okay, well, I mean, unless I've committed offence, I don't see any reason to give over my personal information. I've already given plenty of information, so. Would you mind identifying yourself?
Sorry?
Would you mind identifying yourself?
I'm QC Blake from the police station.
Thank you.
Well, I'm
And
from
you,
Hampshire
sir?
Police
You
Station.
can see me, mate. I've got my shoulder number there. If you film, and you get up my
Can
shoulder.
see
there.
what?
Okay,
My
okay.
ID on it, alright?
Thank you, miss.
Okay.
Are we happy with that? Are we done? So, would you mind identifying yourself?
Yeah, PC Cross, mate.
Okay, that's right. I'll take your word for it. All right, thank you.
So is there any reason you're filming this particular spot?
There's no reason I'm filming this particular spot, but the comprehensive reason is, as I've explained, the matters of public interest. The public are interested in this.
Do you understand our perspective of it being a bit strange that you would film the entrance and exit to a police station?
I understand it's a bit odd, like the activity in itself is odd, but it is lawful. It is within the parameters of the law, so I wouldn't expect to be apprehended as such, but you know, what you choose to do is up to you, I suppose.
Okay, mate. Well, enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's the response I wanted.
Believe it or not, we are good guys, mate, and we try.
I have no doubt that you're good guys.
I understand you might be trying to provoke us.
I'm not trying to provoke anyone,
I
mate.
mean, this
I've given you an answer
this
to
isn't
everything.
normal behaviour, mate.
I could just sit here in silence, you know
No,
that.
you could, and I'm having a conversation. I'm not being nasty or anything. I'm just saying.
Okay, if I wanted to
in this
provoke you, I would make you suspicious. I'm
I
doing
know.
the opposite.
Just anyone who's filming a police station, we're naturally suspicious because in this current climate,
A dramatic confrontation at Devizes police station. The cameraman was determined to audit the police, entering the premises when the gate was open, arguing that this was public property, that as a taxpayer he had the right to film. The police repeatedly asked him to leave, emphasizing that this was a private area, for staff only, and that staying there was a civil trespass. The two sides argued fiercely. The cameraman cited implied access, because the gate was open, while the police denied it, saying that opening the gate was only to let cars in and out, not to invite the public in. The atmosphere was tense but also somewhat humorous as the two sides constantly twisted their arguments, even arguing about who was obstructing whom from doing their job. In the end, the cameraman retreated, admitting that if he persisted in staying, he would be a troublemaker, but still leaving a big question mark. Where is the line between civil rights and the privacy of the police?
That's not the issue here. The fact is that you're on a private place. Can you please
But the
leave?
gate is wide open, so there's an implied right of access.
It's still private. There's
So
no-
absolutely is.
No, there isn't. So
I can't.
okay, I'm just going to call my son.
Do you mind identifying yourself?
I am identified, you can see.
You haven't identified anything. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm not here like to cause you any problems.
No, that's fine, and you're not, but you are on private premises. Okay, so you need to-
Private meaning what? This is a police station. You have an occupational lease for this
The
place.
public don't have access to a private car park.
Well, clearly they do because the gate's wide open. Well then, okay, right.
Can I register your details, sir?
I'm not required to give any details.
Okay. Please step outside.
What difference does it make if I'm stood here or there?
If you're filming, it's private things, private space.
Yeah, but they're
Permission to do so.
I can't, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you can.
I can't. You choose not to.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
No.
We're asking.
You're not
you
going to put
do
hands
that.
on me.
Well, I haven't yet. And I
Okay,
hope
you're not going
to
to.
do that.
No, you're not. You
either.
don't need to.
But I don't understand why you're not listening to what I'm saying.
'Cause I don't
to you.
need to listen to you.
So, if your gate's open on your house, and
Yeah.
implied right
There is an
access,
implied.
I
That's
can
right. Yeah.
Film everything.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Then around
Yeah, you
the
can.
back, even
If
in
it's open,
private
you can. Yeah.
areas, But not in this private area. You
I know,
can't.
but this is a police station. This isn't my
This is
house.
not public access.
But this is a police station. This is a
not-
state service.
this is
It's a
not-
police
yeah,
station.
but it's not public.
But it's paid for by the taxpayer. My tax
Yeah,
funds
and I pay
the
tax as
upkeep.
well, but you didn't say it. If I
You don't
was
pay
to
tax.
enter-
You don't.
Yeah, we
You
do
pay tax on tax.
pay tax.
Anyway,
Same
this-
as anybody else, so you're just splitting hairs.
All right.
You're in a private area. Can you
Okay.
please leave?
No.
Okay, just take some advice from my son.
If you're worried about security and stuff, you should really close the gate. Like, I wouldn't leave the front door to my house open.
we have all the doors to the station unlocked, as you can see, and closed. Access to the station is from the front. The gates, which have a sign that says "Limited only, no parking," there is also the authorised personnel sign. Requires you not to be in this backyard because there are emergency vehicles.
I'm not obstructing anyone. I'm not obstructing anyone.
About,
I'm not obstructing, disrupting,
it's not about obstruction.
or harassing
About
anyone.
you not having access to a private area.
So,
You also
what could I possibly do in here?
so you feel inclined
And I can film them.
They're not in a public place, you're in a private place. If you're in public, that would be fine, but you're not in a public place. You're in
But
a
this
private
becomes
area.
a public place because the gate's open and there's access to it. That is an implication of access because the gate is wide open.
We
It's
just
really that
informed
simple.
you that that isn't the case.
Well, it is the case because objectively the gate is open.
If that's the case, then we have just removed our consent for you to be on this site, which means you are no longer allowed to be here.
Okay.
Is that correct in terms of rights of access?
I don't know.
Well,
Do you own? Are you the landlord? Do you own this?
I work here.
Okay.
I'm protecting this site and I'm requiring you to leave.
Okay, but you don't. This isn't you. You don't own this property. You have an occupational lease for the property to do a state service. No, but this.
There you go. Then you're not
You
allowed to
don't
be on
work
the
here.
site.
and this is
Yeah, but there's an
private
implied right of access. You can't inhibit my right of movement.
You can within a private area and you should be here. So
Okay, but what could I
it's time to
possibly
leave
do
now.
here?
It's time to leave
It's not
now,
time to
please,
leave.
sir. Yes, it is.
That's not.
Can you walk out with me?
No, I can't.
Explain to me what it is you think you're going to achieve by filming here, and also why you think you don't have to do what I'm asking you when you're on a private premises.
I don't have to because this is a police station. If this was a private
We've been over
company or
this,
something,
and you're repeating
how can it be a
yourself.
private place if it's paid for by the taxpayer? It doesn't make sense.
There are private areas in this world that are paid for by taxpayers. You know that, as well as anybody else.
Then why is the gate open?
So
You're
that
inviting
we
people
can- It's not an invitation to enter. It's so that we can access it. With
Then
our
you need a gate
emergency
mechanism that
vehicles.
opens and closes to
Well,
avoid
if
this
you could
happening.
Please conduct your actual statement you just made. We need an electrically monitored access to the gate. We do. We would love one. Go and see our PCC. Suggest it's there. See if we can find
Okay, so
something
until then, you run the
for
risk
it.
of people just wandering in here.
Well, and you've wandered in here, and we've explained to you.
And I'm not
this is
obstructing,
private
I'm not
premises.
impeding
It's not
anyone's
about
work.
that, though,
I'm not
is it?
disrupting anyone. I'm not obstructing,
You are
really.
now, because you're taking up my time when I should be doing something for a vulnerable victim, discussing this with you, when we've explained it to you that you're on a private premises and you shouldn't be here.
God, I'm not stopping you. What can I possibly do here? Do you
We are
suspect
not
I'm going to commit a
able-
crime?
We're not able to leave.
Do you
now
suspect me of committing a
until
crime?
you leave the premises,
Well,
sir.
trespass is a civil matter, so if you've got actual crimes to be solving, as you say, with vulnerable victims, your time may be better allocated
Yeah,
to
so if you
serve
need
those
to leave,
victims.
Then I can go and serve those victims.
Yeah, but I'm not committing an offence here. You don't have any purpose here.
Do you?
Because this is a civil. I absolutely have a purpose here. This is a civil matter.
What is your purpose then?
My purpose is to come here and film.
To film what?
You don't
anything I
have
choose.
The right to be on private
Anything that the
premises
taxpayer funds.
filming. Well, they don't fund personal.
Okay, how do we
personal
proceed? Because I'm not
vehicles.
going to leave.
They don't fund personal vehicles, sir.
No, but the car park in which they're parked in, and under the Criminal Justice Act, this becomes a public place, so I've got every right to be here.
doesn't.
Absolutely does.
Incorrect. That's the
Because the gate is open. You should just close the gate. Like,
You're misquoting law. That is
Yeah.
landlord that allows access to land. It is not under the Criminal Justice Act to allow
It is.
access to public property. You need
Section.
You need to ask the Ordnance Survey for references to free access to land. You are incorrectly stating the law.
I know, but there's an implied right of access, so this becomes a public place.
No, there is none. So I'm going to ask you again, sir. You're on a private premises, and I'm asking you please to leave.
And if I don't,
Well, then it may come to a point where we remove you. You have no right to leave here. We don't want that to happen. There's no confrontation, but you've been asked to leave.
I don't want a confrontation. Hello. Yeah.
My name's Sergeant Harvey.
Hello.
Okay, I'm in charge of
Are you recording?
I am recording.
Let me know, please, before you start recording.
Are you recording me?
I am.
You
Yeah.
let me know you're recording me.
I know, but it's in your policy to let me know before you start
It is
recording a member of the public.
My colleagues are. So
Yeah.
what's your name? Can I call you by your first name?
I'm not going to give any names, I'm afraid.
Why's that then?
I'm not required
Are
to.
you aware that you're committing civil trespass at the moment?
Was it civil, you said, yeah?
Civil trespass.
So it's a civil matter, it's not a criminal matter, is it?
No, you are committing civil trespass and you've been asked to leave.
Okay.
So is there any particular reason why you don't want to leave?
Because the police station is funded by the taxpayer, so I have a right to come here and film it. The gate, Sergeant, has been left wide open, so it's an implied right of access.
But no, it's not implied right.
Well, it is, because the gate's wide open.
The gate's wide open to let police cars in and out.
Okay.
There's no implied right. If you were to leave your front door open
Yes.
in your house,
There's an implied right of access.
it's not an implied
Of
right.
course there
You
is,
couldn't
because the door's open.
No, you couldn't.
It would be trespass, as you say, but it's a civil matter.
You're wrong. So it is a civil trespass that you're committing.
Yeah, but I'm not here to commit any crimes.
But you have been asked to leave.
Okay.
This is private property.
Right.
Only for police officers.
I
and police
understand.
staff.
I understand.
Have you got any identification?
I don't, sir, no.
To prove you're a police officer or a member of police staff?
I'm not, no.
You're not a member of police officer.
No.
So you are trespassing. You admit that then?
Yes.
You're committing civil trespass.
Yes.
So can I have your name and details, sir?
No.
Why not?
I'm not required to give it.
Sorry.
I'm not required to give it. This is a civil matter. You don't have any purpose here because I haven't committed an offence. I'm not planning to commit an offence. And it's not aggravated trespass because I'm not obstructing or disrupting anyone.
Why are you talking in a very
Because then that may be an offence.
I'm being very calm.
And I'm being calm as well.
No, you're not. You are now. You're smiling and laughing at me.
Mate,
I like
I'm
that.
calm, believe me.
I like that, but I just need you to leave the police station.
Why though?
I'm asking you to leave.
But my whole
because-
purpose is to come here and
because
film. I
you're-
can't just leave now.
You are committing a civil offence of trespass.
There's no such thing as civil offence. That's an
You are
oxymoron.
committing civil trespass.
I am, yeah.
So you're finding it funny. You're doing it for a laugh, aren't you?
I'm not doing it for a laugh, mate.
Are you an auditor?
Yeah.
Is this all going to go on YouTube?
Yeah. So I can't just leave.
So what do you get out of that then? What purpose is it?
The purpose is to film from public places, from private places if they're implied.
This isn't a public place. I've told you now.
I know, but the
This
gate's
is a
open,
private-
Sarge.
But I'm asking you to leave.
I don't want to leave though. Because this is the whole point. I can't just back down and submit. Because I can't.
So do you expect us to back down and submit?
Yeah.
Well, no, you need to leave. It's a private.
I don't wanna leave.
I'm asking you to leave. Very
Well, I don't want to
nicely.
leave.
Why not?
Because I've got a right to be here. I'm not here to
haven't-
commit any
You
offences.
don't know.
You don't.
Because I'm not obstructing anyone's work and I'm not disrupting anyone.
That's not the issue.
This is a private place, and you are required to leave.
And if I don't?
I'm asking you to leave.
And if I don't?
So it's not about if you don't. I'm asking you. as a
Okay,
member
you've
of the public-
asked and I've...
As a member of the public, I'm asking you to leave.
Are you a member of the public?
No, you are then.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
I'm
I'm a
refusing.
police officer.
I'm refusing.
Right. Why? Is there
Because I don't want to.
you trying to provoke a reaction out? of it?
No.
But why is that? I don't
Because
understand.
I've come
I
here
don't-
to film. I need to film.
You don't, why do you need to?
Because this is what the public want to see. They want to see how their tax money is being spent. If I want to come and wander around the car park that has an implied right of access, then I can wander around the car park and film.
Well, I've told you now.
Yeah.
This is private land.
Okay.
You're not allowed to be here.
Yes. But under the Criminal Justice Act, it becomes a public place. Yes, it does.
No.
Never club place.
It does because the gate's wide open. I haven't jumped over any fences here. I haven't...
Where's the legislation on the Criminal Justice Act that says this?
There absolutely
says
is.
that there's an applied right of access to
Section 23 of the Criminal Justice Act.
of any building, because their gates are open, you're allowed to go in it. So if your front gates of your house,
Technically, that's the implied right of access. But again, this isn't... I'm not talking about people's houses and private property. This police station is paid for by the taxpayer. So there's an incentive for me to be here.
This is private property, isn't it?
I understand that it's a private property, but again, the whole police station in itself is paid for by the
I'm
taxpayer.
asking you to leave, please, sir.
Okay, well, if I don't,
Please, can you leave?
and if I don't,
I'm asking you nicely.
okay, and
No one's going to put.
and it's not a personal
No one's
thing.
going to put hands on you. You've been laughing. I've been laughing. You can't see that, so I've got a face mask. Am I just asking you, from one colleague to another, please leave the building? Premises, right?
The log is still coming on.
Okay. I don't want to force you. I don't want to put you guys in a position where you're gonna have to get hands on and that. But I think it's a bit petty. Like, well, I'm not honestly. I'm not here for no trouble. I'm not here like planning any offence. I'm not about to commit an offence. If you could just leave me to it, I'll probably be gone.
We're not going to leave you to it, sorry.
Why though?
Because this is private premises.
If you just leave, I'll leave.
A group of auditors with cameras appeared, simply to film the rainbow-colored police cars and the surrounding space. But things quickly went beyond expectations. The police kept changing the reason for their approach, sometimes asking to check papers because filming could be a problem, sometimes citing inappropriate legal provisions such as Section 1 of PACE, used for searches, not for ID requests. The tension escalated when a female police officer tried to pressure, even threatened to trespass us, then hastily retreated when challenged, revealing confusion and lack of understanding of the regulations. The cameraman kept catching up, pointing out the absurdities and contradictions in the police's behavior, while asserting the right to film in public. The climax was a heated debate about authority, responsibility, and even sarcastic comments about the rainbow police cars not being menacing enough. All of this creates a dramatic and humorous exchange, exposing the shortcomings in the behavior of law enforcement forces. Who will be the winner in this argument?
Not yet. Are you exciting?
I don't know, am I?
Could you identify?
Sorry?
Could you identify
Identify what?
yourself?
I don't need to, do I? Hello, you're right.
Do you not? I think you do. When a member of the public asks you to identify, you should really.
You can see my warrant number. You can see my warrant
Is that how you would
number.
identify to a judge?
To a judge?
Yeah. Would you just do that? Would you?
That's a bit different though, isn't it?
Well, why is it different? You
If
serve
I-
the public,
Yeah,
do you not?
You're not a judge, are you?
I'm certainly not a judge.
Well, there we go then, so I don't have to.
I'm a member of the public though, and you
So
serve
if
the
you ask me
public.
nicely what my name is.
What's your name, miss?
My name?
Yes.
My name's Ali.
Okay. Nice.
Alright?
Cool.
Okay, cool. So what are you doing?
Making a video.
What are you making a video for?
Brighton police station video.
Police station.
I like the colourful cars. I don't think that.
Not
Yeah.
too bad, is it?
Yeah.
Do you have any ID on you at all?
No. Why would I?
Well, just because you're taking a video of the police station and I'm not
Is that-
wondering why.
is that a
Well,
problem?
It can be.
Why? Why could it be?
Why?
Yeah. How can it be a problem? What could I possibly do?
Well, what do you think? This current day and age.
What current day and age?
Okay. Can you just not film my face for me?
No, I
please?
will film your
No, I
face.
don't want you to film my face.
Yeah, well, you
because
shouldn't
as much
move
as
towards.
you have a right of way as a member of the public, I am also a member of the public.
Okay, I'm filming from public.
That's
You should know
absolutely
that I
fine,
can
but you don't need to film my face.
I
Carry
will
on
film
filming
your.
that
I
way.
will film your face.
No, don't film my face.
What are you gonna do?
Do you have ID on
What are you
you?
gonna do about it?
Okay, under Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, I require you
Section
to
1 of
provide-
PACE.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
that's a search power actually.
It is a search power.
So what are you searching
Currently,
for?
well, at the moment.
So am I
you're being-
detained?
No, I haven't said you're detained.
Oh, why are you bringing up Section 1 of PACE? Let's get this right now. Yeah, let's not make any mistakes now.
Why
Yeah,
are you videoing?
because I want to.
Because you want to.
So you were saying something about Section 1 of PACE. Let me hear that.
Okay, no, you carry on. You want to talk, obviously.
No, I want to
you
hear
want to
you
talk.
talk about
So, what questions do you have for us?
police code of practice. Let me hear about the PACE.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, no, you were saying something about
No,
Section
I don't
1. No,
have to
let's
talk
hear
to
about that.
you.
Let's hear about
No, I
that.
don't have to
Yeah, I'm
talk
gonna film your
In
face
fact,
all
what
I
I'll
want.
do, I'll film my face. That's
Yeah, I
absolutely
will.
fine. I'm going to go this way now, and I'm just going to go to the supervisor. Are you alright just monitoring? Yeah.
Monitoring what?
So you don't come in
That's our police station.
I know, you've got signage, so I won't come in, it's fine. There's signage there, so there's no implied right of access.
If someone's filming for security reasons, we have to come.
Don't be a bully like her, please.
I'm not being
I know,
bully.
but you should. I know, you absolutely. I know you're not. I'm
Security
just.
of
I'm
the
just saying.
police station. It's the security of the
Okay,
police
how am I breaching your security? You see how she tried to apply a bit of pressure, and when I wasn't having it, she backpedaled quickly. So that's a sign of a bully. Do you understand? You know what a bully? A bully will pick on someone until they kind of fight back, and then they won't. So I'm not implying that you are. I'm just saying, learn from that and make sure you don't never act like that with a member of the public.
Yeah.
Is that, do you understand?
Yes.
You understand? Good. Would you mind identifying yourself?
Yeah, my name's Alicia, and my shoulder number's there.
Okay. Hello, Alicia. So these are the police fitness standards as well, by the way. So am I being detained or anything?
What do you mean police fitness standards?
I'm just assessing standards.
I think you're just here to cause trouble.
Okay.
So literally, why else would you got better things to do today than just
No.
film a police station?
No. So if I was to run away, do you reckon you could catch me?
I wouldn't chase you. Hiya.
So am I being detained? Can I go? You don't want to answer questions, though. You sure? What offence is that?
Go back to.
What offence is
Go
trespass?
back on.
Don't
Go
touch
back
me.
on
Don't
then.
touch me.
I'm
don't
allowed
touch
to
me.
touch you to remove you from property.
Trespass is not an offence. You can't.
Film as much as you like, but you don't come over that boundary there, because then
What-
you're in the police
what-
station, you
why
can be
does it- why does it
arrested for
matter if I'm- why
trespass.
does-
No,
trespass
I'm
is
going
a
to just
civil
move you
matter.
back. That's the pavement.
Can you
Well
not
done.
touch me?
Well, don't
So are we going to
touch me,
argue
don't
over this?
touch.
Are we going to argue over this little piece
No,
of
I'm
tarmac?
going now. You stay on the pavement and you're absolutely fine.
You can't arrest me for trespass. Yeah, you're dismissed. Go away, weirdo.
I need to arrest you because you're not doing
Yeah, what was that about Section 1 of PACE? Yeah, you bottled it. Yeah, you bottled it. You bottled it. You bottled it. Yeah, I will enjoy my video. And I'll come back on. I'll come back on your property as well.
Can you get back out of the police station?
What? I'm literally. What difference does it make if I'm stood there or here?
I'm going to say this to you once and
Right.
once only. This is a public domain, okay?
Yeah, I know.
This
it.
wall-
And I can film your face in public
Yeah,
as
you
well.
can film my. Well, I'm not in public at the moment, though, am I? I'm
I
in the
can
police
film you
station.
there as well.
Right.
Anything I can see from public.
Right, instead of talking over me, can you please listen?
I'm listening.
Okay. You can stand in the public domain.
You can't
which
arrest
is
me
on
for
this
trespass
wall.
either. You'll be sued if you do that.
Well, try
There's
and
what
see that,
offence?
that's
What
fine.
offence? What offence
I'm
is
saying
trespass?
to you, you cannot come into the police station, okay? This is the pavement, the public domain. You can stay there, that's absolutely fine.
Right, dismissed. Bye, weirdo.
You've got paperwork.
You're a weirdo, man. Go away.
You've got better stuff to do.
Yeah, you don't though. You don't. Your supervisor gave you advice and now you backpedaled. What's going on? Can you have a word with that lady, please? Can you identify?
What happened? I mean, I just walked by, so my colleague.
She tried to say that I couldn't film. She tried to put her hands on me. She tried to threaten me with Section 1 of PACE. She tried to tell me that I could be arrested for trespassing. As you know, trespass is a civil matter. So lots of mistakes, lots of things that probably could have been handled a lot better.
Could I just go back? I mean, what is the reason why?
I'm
you're
just filming.
For what? Like, are you a blogger or?
It doesn't matter. I don't need to have a reason to be fair.
Okay, so
But we're not
obviously-
going to be petty over whether we're standing here or here, are we?
Obviously, my obviously.
Can I see your designation card quickly? Yeah, I'm listening.
Our police officer
Yeah.
colleague just asked me to step over there.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a lot to ask. I appreciate.
Yeah, and it's not-
You
I'm-
can't
yeah.
film, you're not
But
welcome to film.
look. What's the difference if I stand there or there? What can I
Well,
possibly achieve
technically,
from here?
it's
You're just exercising jurisdiction unnecessarily.
I mean, what is the reason why? I mean, are you a blogger? That's what I was
Can I see your designation card before I
my
engage with you?
designation is PC.
No,
so
you have a designation card which shows me
My
what powers you
card,
have.
yeah.
No, designation card because you're a PCSO.
We don't carry, carry
Oh,
on.
you should really carry it.
We have it, everything in
No,
our.
it's not a requirement for us to carry it.
Is it not?
It's all on our
But
police.
what's the
You
matter?
sure it's not? You sure it's not a requirement for you to carry it?
But why?
If you
and
want-
produce
if you
it.
want to look at our powers, you can go onto
No, don't worry. I'm well aware of your powers. I'm just seeing if you're going to follow your policy or not.
I mean,
We're going to leave now, okay? You can continue filming.
Yeah, thanks. I will
But if
continue.
you come any further into the police station, we'll still have to
Have to and do what?
It's not about doing. It's about also having a mutual respect. Obviously, they have explained.
What mutual respect? I'm not doing anything illegal, am I?
I mean, I asked you politely, like, why are you filming?
Because I want to. I don't need to have
just
a reason.
for my curiosity. I mean, what are you a blogger or what is
Doesn't
your
matter.
expectation?
Doesn't matter. Simple as that.
That's fine.
Doesn't matter. You see, like.
You shouldn't wear that. You're defacing the British flag by wearing that. That's a gang sign. You shouldn't really be wearing that.
Okay, right. We'll go now.
Yeah, have you learned something
Okay,
today?
so we're
You've
gonna
learned a few
draw.
things today, yeah?
Okay. All right, we're going to draw.
And it's a
these,
requirement for you to carry your designation
Yeah,
card.
we have it in our pocket notebook, so we
It's all
have
in
every.
there.
Yeah.
All right, let me see it.
Yeah, it's not about you.
The member of the
seeing it
public's
either.
asking for it right now.
Yeah.
I'm requiring
I
you to
mean,
show me your
if you
designation
go
card.
online, you will be able to see it. But we
I'm not online now, am I? I'm asking
Yeah,
you.
but what I'm saying is, my colleague has explained to you, if you don't step into this private property, you are more than welcome to film on the road, whatever you're doing. I think there's another gentleman who is skateboarding. They are happily doing that. But if you wanted to film in that, that's fine enough. Okay.
Pace is a stop and search power, right? So I don't know if she was trying to flex or I don't know what she was doing, but
I can't possibly comment
Of
on
course.
because I wasn't there.
you asked me the question and
I just
yeah, I'm just making a video. Police.
Okay. Do you know what you could do, which might be...
Escorted tour?
What's that?
Can I get an escorted
Do you know
tour?
what I was going to suggest?
Can I jump the boat?
No, you're not allowed. I'm really sorry. So the reason is we're not insured, sadly.
Okay.
But if you're interested in the police, why don't you go down to the front office and see what they can offer you and what you can do? Because then you do
I know where it is, yeah.
So have you been in before?
I've never been here before. This is my first Brighton rodeo.
Oh, okay. Are you from Brighton?
No,
What would you
I'm not required to give names already.
No, you don't have to.
What's your name? Would you mind identifying?
Yeah, of course. I can tell you.
You're very friendly, thanks.
No, that's fine. My name's PC Fraser.
Okay.
But I think if you want to find out about the police and you want to find out about things, if you walk up this hill here and round to the front office, then they'll be able to help you.
To be fair, PC, I'm more interested in exercising my right to film from a public place and not being interfered with. That's more of the point.
Fine, it's obviously if you film in the rear of the police station.
Yes.
There is security concerns.
Okay. Is this not a secure building?
Say again?
Is this not a secure building?
It's a police station.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very secure.
You've got the appropriate signage on there. I understand. I don't have an implied right of access, so I'm sticking to the public boundary. Yeah.
Be prepared that you're going to help officers to know what you're up to.
Would you circulate it so I won't?
Police officers have curiosity if someone's filming in the rear of a police
Why? This is a lawful activity. I wouldn't really expect this to pique anyone's interest.
We're not going to find out things.
Alright.
Be aware of what the police says.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, if this is a police vehicle.
Yeah.
If it's a police vehicle, you can see us on the street. You can see us coming out of the station.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is the limit for
Yes.
obvious reasons.
Yeah. So I'm aware of the signage. I can read the signage.
Okay. And if you want to find out more about the police, then obviously go round to the front office and talk to them.
I'm finding out a lot as we speak.
Yeah,
Just
that's
by
absolutely
virtue of me
fine.
filming,
Okay.
I'm learning a lot.
But we will ask you because that's our job.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, do you want to give me your name?
No, I'm not going to give them a name.
Okay.
No.
All right, well, okay. You might have a busy afternoon with officers speaking.
I hope not.
And just please be mindful, this is a working police station.
Yes.
When officers get responsive to emergencies, they will be able to come out here. They'll have their lights on, you'll see them. But obviously this isn't the greatest place
Yeah.
standing with the cars coming in and out.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm not going to stand in the way of moving traffic. Don't worry about
I
it.
appreciate that, but as I say, I don't really care if you want to film. Police officers get filmed every day. It might be better just over there. You're going to get
All
the
right.
same
Well,
amount,
thanks for your
just get the same
suggestion,
amount-
but
You're going to get the same amount of coverage.
all right.
You'll be
And
safe.
you'll be safer.
All right. Thanks for looking out for my safety. I'll be able to look after it. Thanks.
I hope you do.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
You too, sir.
Thank you for watching police using vague justifications to stop, question, or detain people without cause is a growing concern. Simply being in public is not a crime, and officers cannot demand compliance without legal justification. Whether it's intimidation tactics, unlawful demands for ID, or escalating situations without cause, standing your ground and recording every interaction is key to holding them accountable. Always ask questions, challenge unlawful orders, and never let your rights be ignored. Subscribe for more UK police accountability videos, real encounters, and important lessons on knowing your rights. Stay informed, stay empowered, and never stop filming.